Okay, so we are live. Welcome, everybody. It's us again. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, Chuck, Sergio, Dub Wilkinson, my best friend sitting right beside of me. Welcome, guys. Hello.
That's peanut butter and jealous.
Peanut butter and jealous. That's Sergio. If anybody has.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Anyway, Sergio's trying to figure out how to make some coffee because his Keurig broke. So, so he'll be in and out until he gets that done. So anyway, we just wanted to say hello to everybody. We came live tonight because I think Sergio's going live tomorrow with Lumpy Gas, and Chuck's gonna have to work maybe, or is that confirmed?
Yeah, I gotta
You
help
got
out another driver, so I'll
right,
probably run one trip tomorrow night. But if you go live,
yeah,
I can still be in
right.
the chat.
So anyway, so we came across some things recently, and I'm gonna confirm them on my end, and Dub's gonna help us, and of course Chuck's already confirmed. So I wanted to say hello to Stupid. Um, let's see, Stupid Doctor uh, Marine, Marine, and
Marlene,
Marlene. Is that an L? Oh,
Marlene,
maybe it's a
yeah, Marlene,
Marlene. Okay, sorry, Marlene.
yeah, Western Warrior. Hey, it's good to see him in
Little
here.
one, welcome. All right, well, Western. My computer's slow because I just now saw that. Welcome, guys. So we're just gonna go over some stuff tonight, and we can just shoot the what, and then just kind of give you a little take on what what I see and what Chuck and Sergio and Dub and stupid
Yeah,
doctor that. That's funny. Well, stupid. That's what happens when you make your name so stupid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But welcome everybody. So how's everybody doing? How's your guys' week?
not
Good
bad.
here. Very good here.
Yeah. Well, I got air
I had to mow
conditioning.
the yard for the first time today.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah. We've been out of air conditioning for a couple weeks. I know that sounds crazy in the middle of March or end of February, but I do live in Houston, and it's been in like the mid 80s here, and so without air conditioning, it's been quite warm. But we got it going, so yay! So that's good. So anyway, Sergio's going to be trying to fix his coffee, and he'll be jumping back in. And that was loud. Well, that was loud. I don't know what that was. But anyway, I hope you all are doing okay.
I'm
Let's
doing
see.
all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
It's been an eventful, busy week. Um, Dealing with not, I wouldn't say depression, but just just I guess Chuck and I were kind of talking about how no one really, talks about that part when you're kind of going through it,
yeah,
whatever it may be, family, work, just life, death, eternity, whatever it is you're thinking about, and sometimes you feel alone in this whole truth journey. Today I was cleaning poop. That's what I was doing, and it sucks because I've been waiting because it's been raining, right? So I've been waiting for it to harden and dog poop, obviously, and I was like, all right, cool. The weather's starting to get dry. And I was being lazy. And we just had a lot of rain yesterday. So I had to clean a bunch of dog shit that was all muddy.
I'm sorry. I'm not,
Yeah, I know. Michelle's always laughing at a lot of the
I'm not
stuff that
laughing
I
at
do.
you. I'm
But
laughing with you.
I know. Even though I wasn't laughing, but she's laughing with me. I love you, Michelle. It's cool.
I love you too.
I'll
Hi,
be right
Grumpy.
back.
Hi, Grumpy. Good to see you. You're the only troll that's loud, so welcome, welcome. So anyway, um, you know, we're gonna go back, and this is something that we repeat ongoing here, time and time again. If something is exploited on the mainstream media, especially the mainstream media, and they cover stories, we have to be very careful nowadays. This is my take on this. This is my opinion, YouTube. That we really need to be very careful what we look at nowadays, because they're coming at us at all directions. Um, not only the people that are,
Yeah.
but the people that are in the truther community that know more.
Hmm.
That know what's going on, and so we have to be very careful what you know we got to take our emotions out of it again. And even
Yeah.
though you might follow some big channels, um, we're small channels. All of us are smaller. Chuck's the biggest channel that is here. He's going on 2,000 subs, but this is like his fourth channel that he's rebuilt. You know, for quite a few years. So, um, but we're small channels, and you know, I think the smaller channels are better. Once you get bigger, you start doing commercials, and you start asking for money, and you start, doing those ads, and you get, just all of that stuff. And when they start doing that, they get too big for their britches or whatever.
Hmm.
But when you get
Every
too big,
time.
when you get too big, you just YouTube does not let you get too big unless you're something
Unless they
different.
own you. Yeah, if they
Yeah,
control you and own you, they'll let you get real big.
if your channel's monetized, or you know they just don't let you spill out the truth and and get away with it, because
Yeah.
for many years I've gotten strike after strike. I mean, I've barely had my channel. I mean, I've never had my main channel taken down. Thank you, YouTube. But I've been very close. Like, I mean, I was close enough to where I deleted all my videos and just
Hmm.
started over again with my videos.
What about the ones that show you how to, crochet or DIY, you know, 5 minute hacks that have about 100,000 subs
Well, they're in it
or
for the money. I mean, that's
20,
fine.
or
Yeah.
just what about like one that's just all music and it has like 28,000 subs and it's like a Christian channel?
Right. Well,
They're probably, that's when you use discernment, and then it's not a truth channel, so I'm just saying, because some people are going to come at you, Michelle, in the comments and say,
yeah, and it's okay if you guys disagree with me. This is what I see on my end, and I'm
mm-hmm.
pretty sure everybody on this panel agrees with me.
Yep.
Um, but what I'm saying is that people can get mad and think that, oh my gosh, not everything is fake. It's fake until proven proven real. Right now, it's getting very thick, and I think we need to all understand that. Um, I've seen some people that recently that are believing things to be real that I really can point out for them not to be. And I'm not saying, oh, I'm right and you're wrong and this and that, but I can, certain people can pick out things right away. I can look at certain things and I can pick them out. And there's other things I'm like, I'm still learning about. We're all still learning. We're all wanting to know the truth.
That's
But
it. We all, it's not about being right. It's about knowing the
no.
truth.
Yeah, I like what
And
Chuck said in his video, I think yesterday or today. He said, you don't give them benefit of the doubt anymore about being, it might be true. No, right now,
right
you
now,
not anymore. They lost that
my
opportunity.
Yeah,
my
they don't get the benefit of the doubt anymore.
right, they
Not
don't.
anymore.
Yeah.
And I made a mistake when and I did apologize. I made a mistake when the Palestine train
Hmm.
wreck and everything. I got lost in that. Like, it took me about, what, a couple days.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I came out of it. I deleted that video. I was like, I felt very stupid, but we want to be very careful what we put out. We have to be. We don't want to be putting out any disinformation at all. I don't want to be if I put out disinformation at all, I hope one of y'all are going to correct me.
I'm going to call you.
You better call me. I'm serious.
Absolutely.
You better wake my butt up.
Me too. You same here.
Can I make a suggestion real quick, Michelle?
Sure.
A good way to start off. Play the last 3 minutes of the part where it has the Smith-Mundt Act.
Yes.
I want to point out something in that.
You just kill me because you are. It's so funny, Chuck, because I've got it already tabbed up, and I was going to ask you if I could play the last part of that.
Killing me softly, Chuck. And kill her softly, Chuck.
There you go.
And
there's something in it that's important that I want to point out towards the end of that video.
Yeah, you did a very good job of
that was
the highlights.
That was so excellent. Excellent. Bravo. Excellent. I was like, very good, Chuck, because those are the type of videos that really hit home, that people really need to realize about the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act and what it really means. And we have to be reminded of that because people forget that sometimes.
I don't even know what it is.
You don't know what it is?
There you go.
Well,
I don't know what a lot of terms are. I know what a lot of things.
Okay.
I know the meaning of them. I just don't know the terminology.
We'll watch it. Yeah, we'll watch it and you'll find out. It's pretty good.
Okay. Before I do play it, though, Sergio, I'm going to explain it to everybody what the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act in my own words. I'm not the best explainer in the world. Chuck's probably a little bit better, but I'm just going to sum it up for you guys real quick. So in was it 48, Chuck?
48.
1948 was when the act originally came out, and it was put out there to foreign audiences that it was okay for the United States to go to push propaganda to other countries.
Yeah, foreign countries.
Foreign countries.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And then in 2012, when Obama was in office, he
canceled it.
Yeah, he canceled it, and now it's not only to foreign, but it's foreign and domestic, which means to everyone. That means including everybody, all us people in the United States and beyond. So this is where the government and the broadcasting system all came together as one, and they can push any type of propaganda. It's an act. At any given time, anybody in acting, filming, with documentation, what do you call them? See, now here I am getting all stupid.
Any media form.
So broadcasting. So the broadcasting board and the government came together and they're one entity. Okay, so they can push any propaganda. They can lie to all the foreign and domestic people abroad to put out any kind of lie, and they cannot be held liable for it. It makes it legal. So we cannot sue them and go after them. So it's an act that they made concrete. Okay, so that's what the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act is. So let me go here, and I will start out with that. It's so crazy that you said that.
That is crazy.
That is.
You explained it well, Michelle. You explained it well enough where I understood it.
But I want to say one thing too about that is it's not as much the propaganda through like your Fox or CNN. I believe it's more so on your alternative like news, like YouTube. The YouTubers, that's because think about it, the mainstream people, they're already buying it. They don't need to worry about them. The people that watch CNN and MSNBC and the Trumpers, I mean, they got them. The ones that are really coming after is to muddy the water and the real truth. And it even says in this video, the mainstream YouTube, or no, the alternative YouTube media type platforms.
Every form of communication is, you just have to be careful.
Newspapers, any type
question
of
everything.
anything, anybody that wants to, any reporting, any type of reporter, any type of person that's on television, anybody that's acting, anybody that wants to push out, if it's in broadcasting, which would be all your actors and actresses that are out there,
All of them. Yeah, all of them.
all of them, every darn one of them. It makes it legal for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me do that again. So anyway, that's what it. I used to. Anyway, no big deal. But let me
Yeah,
see
you
if I
can.
can
I think
find
it's the last 3 minutes or something.
right here. Let's see.
There it is.
Okay. So this is very important because I think we all forget about this at some given time. Um, you know, Recently Chuck and I kind of a little bit forgot about it when the train in Palestine. We kind of like thought, well, then we kind of forgot. Once it's broadcasted and they exploit it, I don't care what kind of exploitation that it is. If it's local channels or whatever, we gotta come back down to earth and go, what we already know we can't forget, and this is the whole reason behind it is right here.
Yeah. Hey, one other thing real quick before you play it is when you're using like discernment, it's more important, instead of understanding right from wrong, to understand right from almost right, because they're gonna give you a lot of good information, but it's like the 1% of rat poison that they put in it that's what gets you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's it. Go ahead.
Okay, let's play it. Should we read it?
Yeah, we can.
Would that mean
You want me to read it? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
to amend the U.S. Information and Educational Exchange Act of 1948 to authorize domestic dissemination of information and material about the United States intended primarily for foreign audiences and other purposes. This amendment was tagged onto the NDAA, that's the National Defense Authorization Act of 2013, and this was one of the big ones that came out of 9/11, the NDAA. It was voted on by the U.S. House of Representatives, which that's all a big charade anyway, but to be included in the following year's defense spending bill, which was then voted on as a whole. It was approved. Neutralizing acts that had been passed to protect U.S. audiences from their own government's misinformation campaigns. Propaganda that was supposed to be targeted to foreigners could now be aimed at Americans. This is reversing a long-standing policy.
The new law gives sweeping powers to the government to push television, radio, newspaper, and social media onto the U.S. public. Essentially removing
Essentially,
protection for essentially.
sorry, did my thing cut off a minute ago? Did I cut off
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
or something?
So I
Yeah,
started
I don't know why it's doing that.
essentially
Anyway,
removing protection for Americans.
yeah. The State Department and Pentagon says now utilizes all forms of media against the American public. That's important right there. This is for the sake of coercing U.S. citizens to believe whatever version of the truth the U.S. government wants them to believe.
Exactly.
Wow, that's crazy. The
Hmm.
State Department and the Pentagon now utilizes all forms of media against the American public for the sake of coercing U.S. citizens to believe whatever version of the truth the U.S. government wants them to believe. Sorry, I had to
Hey,
read
and
it.
think about it like this: the U.S. government, they're going to use the best of the best at doing that. I just cut off again, but they're gonna do
Well,
that to use
they
the
can
best of the
finance it.
best. Yeah,
Yep.
they got an
Yeah,
endless budget, because they print the money,
Exactly.
and they specialize in psychology. I mean, look at the advertising. I mean, look how big of a business the advertising is.
Yes.
yeah. The
The-
evaporation of Smith Month and other.
I'll get it. I don't know why I keep cutting
I
off.
think
That's
it. I think
weird.
it's your internet. It's weird because I can hear
Keep
you
going.
no problem, but then
I'm
but
gonna reset. I'm gonna cut everything off and on, and I'll jump back in. Give me a minute. But go ahead
the
with the
evac
video.
okay, the evaporation of the Smith Month and the other provisions of safeguard U.S. citizens against government propaganda campaigns is part of a larger trend within the diplomatic and military establishment. So to sum it all up, the government has made it legal to perform false flags to brainwash you to further their agenda. All media is being manipulated, including alternative media YouTube channels. 100%. Question everything. Question me. Question Dub. Question everything
Everything.
and really sit back and what you already know, you have to sit back and think about it. Question everything. Let me get him back.
Okay, let me
Everything.
cut my Bluetooth on. Okay. Hey, go back like 10 seconds.
Huh?
Go back, like, back it up about 10 seconds, where it just talks about right before the think for yourself. Yeah, right there. It says including alternative media YouTube channels. I mean, what
Yes.
better alternative media channel than 130,000 subscriber Fullerton Informer? That's
Right.
what it is. He's the informer.
Right.
And uh, from myself, on the back to the old Palestine plane train wreck, all the
Hmm.
bigger channels that I have seen, I haven't seen maybe five of them, but all five of them are pushing that as a disaster, of environmental disaster, and it just simply was not. But the big channels are pushing it as being a big tragedy. And watch your local news and their little stories that they tell you every day. Examine what they're saying and what they're showing you. Majority of the time, they're not the same thing.
Go ahead. Keep going.
That's it.
I just grabbed a link from Captain Caveman. So sorry, I had to go in there and do that. Um, but yeah, question everything. So I want to address everybody that's coming in the chat since I haven't been able to do that. Let me get back to my channel here.
Let's see. Hey, yo, Angie. Good to see Angie. Chris.
Hi,
React. Captain
hi, Ann.
Caveman. Good to see you. Grumpy Troll.
Chris Thompson, React.
Chris Thompson.
Yo, Laserbeam, Captain. Anybody else that I've missed?
Dr.
Welcome, welcome.
Redneck's in here.
Yeah.
And Brian for Horizontal Horizons. Good to see you always. Western
Oh,
Warrior Little One.
I haven't seen him yet.
Mary Smith and Marlene. I think that's all of them.
Let's see. I
Cindy
don't see
Turner is in
Brian.
here too.
Hi, Cindy. How are you? Good to see you. Well, Brian, I don't see you on my end, but welcome,
You got to
welcome.
scroll up a little bit.
Oh, okay. But anyway, uh, hope everybody's doing okay. Welcome to Nation Act. Um, and Mary says, "Good job, Dub."
Thank you.
So we were just kind of going over some things about something that we all have to remember. Now, I'm gonna this is kind of like something that's very true to my heart is trying to show you guys the propaganda that's being pushed. That we all have to sit back and remember who we really are and what we already know. Um, and says hello, Dub.
Hello,
And
Ange. Good to see you and everyone else. Yo, everyone in the chat. Glad you're here.
so yeah, so this is kind of, I came on tonight because Sergio's a little busy tomorrow. He's having a live with Lumpy Gas, and then and Chuck has to work tomorrow. So I figured I'd just do the live tonight. I thought, heck, I want all my
Why
buddies
not?
here with me. So
Yep.
Go ahead. Did you want to say something, Chuck?
Oh, I thought you were talking Dub. No, I just was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. So anyway, so we're just going through the Smith Month Modernization Act real quick to kind of remind us all what it's all about, so that we don't forget what they're doing.
Don't be fooled by radio, the TV, or the magazine. photographs of how your life should be. And to someone else's fantasies. So if you think your life is complete confusion, because you never win the game, just remember that it's a grand illusion. Deep inside, we're all the same.
In my line of work, you got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in, to kind of catapult the propaganda.
I love those that song with those white coats.
Yeah.
You know how they bring them all out with the white coats, because if people trust somebody if they're wearing a white coat, you know.
Right. So yeah, coming on strong, we all have to be very careful what we look at. All of us, every one of us, and be on our toes, because they're gonna.
I like Sergio.
Oh, Sergio, you crack me up every time. Oh goodness.
I'm gonna have to outdo him. I gotta find a good one.
I don't know if you can, because I really don't know. He's been doing some good ones. Oh, I love it. But anyway, so that's kind of what we're here for. So Chuck had a video earlier. This is off of the Fullerton. I guess it was. Let me see. Yeah, the Fullerton Informer. Yeah. A lot of people follow him. He's got a lot of followers. I'm even subbed to him. Sometimes he speaks a lot.
I'm subbed to all those channels.
And sometimes they spew out. He has believed in a lot of psyops that are not real. And I've been there when he's been live and tried to call him out on it. Of course he's not watching the chat when he's driving down the road. So, yeah, I think if you're going to be a channel, we all make mistakes. We really do, but we all got to be also very careful not to put out any disinformation. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go ahead and screen share again. Let's see here. Oh, which one was it?
I mean, that guy's big time. I mean, he's got Instagram, he's got Vimeo. I mean, Vimeo, if you want to give him money, but he's got Facebook. I mean, like I said, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views.
Sorry, when I click on it, or when I click on any video, this channel, I just wanted to get out of the way. I don't know. I'm pretty sure most everybody has heard of this channel. It's called Law and Crime. They push all the police body cam footage, blah, blah, blah. And I have not seen one video that is real. So they're a propagandist channel. Law and crime. Yeah, they're all about law and crime. But it's
the People's Court. It's just like the People's Court.
Yes. So if you guys haven't heard about this channel, I just wanted to point this out. They're covering the same shooting. The Utah cops shoot the man driving a car, sovereign citizen, blah, blah, blah. So when Dub and I see this channel covering stuff, we automatically know. I mean, I'm telling you, we automatically know. So just be aware of this channel. You can do whatever you want. Think for yourself.
Is that kind of like, have you guys ever heard of those like Second Amendment audits that those people will do?
Right.
I think it's kind of similar.
Some of those are pretty good. There is one channel, Audit the Auditors, just totally out of it. Everything that I've been able to find on there is propaganda, deception, the whole 9 yards.
I did a lot of back maybe about I don't know about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I started following some of those, and I got into it, and then it just got like really old, and I was like, and then I started waking up to a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Like a lot of different things. I started growing up a little bit. And so I started thinking, these guys are pretty much fighting a losing battle, and I appreciate them, but at the same time, it just gets really old. But this is like a body. They're all about the police and all about they always have the body cams of all these different you know things that are happening and incidences and stuff. And so I wanted to pull that up real quick. I just wanted to show you guys that my advice is not to follow that channel if you come across it. That's another thing for me is if when I do see something on that channel, I saw ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. I seen so many different mainstream media's channels cover this story. So okay, let me go back here. See if I can find it again. There it is. And it didn't play this time. Okay. So this is the video we're talking about. I'm not going to cover every psyop. I'm not going to cover anything, but it become a big thing. We got to be careful what channels we follow. I'm not saying uh, don't follow channels. You do whatever you want. I'm just saying that we got to be very careful because when Chuck did this video on it, he was going through the comments, and the comments were very people were like, "Oh my gosh, we feel sorry for this
One-sided.
guy." Yeah, they all were. He's calling out this to be real. And Chuck sent it to me last night, and he said, "You and Dub go over it. Tell me what you think." And we hadn't even heard of it, so we went over it. Well, I went over it real quick, and I found so many things wrong with it. Um, and then I got back with Chuck today, and I just told him what I found wrong with it. So I'm going to show you what I found wrong with it. Of course, Dub, was right there, thinking the same thing.
I'm always looking.
But so yeah, I found a lot wrong with it. For one thing, anything that's put as a production, I always look at watermarks, timestamps, body cam timestamps. I look for blood. They killed this guy. There was 5 cops shooting this guy everywhere. Many, many, many bullets, and I didn't see an ounce of blood. Not even a pinhole. So they pulled him out of his car, and they said that he passed away. There was no blood in his car and no blood on this one when they pulled him out. And I'm going to show you.
Like I
And
said,
to me,
you can't
that's a dead
fake.
giveaway.
You can't fake a real. We've seen so much fake stuff. People don't know what real looks like anymore. You know what I mean?
So that was one of my goals tonight. Sorry. I hope you and Sergio are watching the chat because when I do this, I don't watch the chat very well, and I do apologize, guys. It's not that I'm ignoring you, and I hope that you guys understand. So, like when I'm trying to do all this, I'm not watching the chat. So, I have my friends on
We
the
got you
panel.
covered.
Yeah. So anyway, so here we go. I'm gonna break down. We're not gonna follow. This is a 26-minute video. We're not gonna go through the whole thing, but I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna skip.
Does this one have any fire engine horns blasting in our
No,
ears? Okay.
no. Okay. No, this is all them pulling this guy over. I'm not going to go over the press conference because that's right there is a production. But I am going to show you uh, who's on the end of this production. It would be CBS.
Yeah, honestly, at this point,
So
I
that right there,
yeah, I was just saying, honestly, at this point, I truly, genuinely believe it's all fake.
yeah, and it is.
I
But
was watching
I'm
Michelle's
trying to
videos. Go ahead.
go. No, you're fine. You're on that panel. I
I
want
was
you
just
guys to
saying, what I was saying is that, I'll go back and I'll watch the live streams, or I'll just, I'll consider the stuff that you cover. And I'm like, how much more do they need to see, for them to understand that it's literally 99.9999%, however many nines you want to put, because you can't say, everything. We don't. But it's literally almost, if not all, fake. How much do you need to
But
be covered?
I kind of want to
That
break
that's
the reason why I want to break it down
yeah.
is if I can give somebody a pointer what to look at, then maybe they can see it the next time,
Yeah.
or the next time, or the
Yeah.
next time, because this is not something that I used to be able to do at all. And I'm not saying I'm great or anything. I'm just saying that I just want to.
I'm saying she's very
Oh,
good
stop!
at.
I need to
Yeah.
break down something.
We Yeah, I wouldn't back then. I didn't know that. I couldn't tell right away from just looking at it. Now I can tell you within a few seconds,
You
and
know,
it's not like, oh, you're so good. No, it's almost all fake. It's almost all
You
fake.
got
You
to
see
take
it.
your emotions out of it.
yes,
It's
you
like a
have
money
to.
handler.
You have to.
And
Hmm.
once you see it and know what to recognize, yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot of study and work. You spot it.
Hmm. That's right.
But Chuck told me take a look at this and tell me what you think.
All right.
I already knew that he had his own idea about it, but he wanted to, you know, see what we thought about it, and so we looked at it, and there you go. So we're gonna just show you parts of it.
Okay. Okay. So here's what you're saying. I understand.
Okay, so the one thing that I noticed right away. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you, you got you got a certain company that does body cams. Okay, this company here, you can see like a timestamp. I've never heard of farm 001. It looks like a surveillance body cam to me, but I don't know. But so you have officer number one. He's jerking all over the place. He's really, if he's got an original body cam on his body, it wouldn't be jumping all over. I mean, he is moving and this and that and the other, but it's not really focused and it's not really on the suspect like it should be. That's just my point of view. And then the
I-
other, go ahead.
That's real quick. This what was it, Farm 001? I think that this is just my opinion. I think that about 99% of them are they create scenarios for training. It's like how they do drills. You know what
Right.
I mean? And they train like if it's an actual situation, and they have a crisis actor as the driver, and the cops train with blanks.
I think
So
that
it's like real world training, and a lot of times when they get the video, if they like it, they let it go live. Like, remember the
right.
whole Corona thing where he said this is a live exercise.
Right.
Everything's an exercise, but some of them go live and some of them don't.
I
That's just what
believe
I.
I agree with you 100%. I believe most of these are drills.
Yeah, they're
I really
drills.
do. And so they act them out, and then then they're like, okay, well, this is a drill, but then we're gonna post it live, and now you're sucked into it,
Then
or maybe they
Yeah,
already know
they
it.
go live.
they present it to the
Hmm.
Yep.
public and present it as being a real event.
So so you got this timestamp at the bottom. So a lot of body cams, not all of them, but a lot of body cams have. I know everybody's seen that. The company is Axon or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I have come to find out that way back in the Vegas shooting days, that's all they used was Axon. Now I've learned that every psyop that I see and recognize, Axon is the company that is the body cam company. So I've heard Danny say it. I've heard other people say it that Axon is probably a psyop. You know, they're the type. They're the company that does a lot of most of the psyops. So I see one timestamp here for this cop, but then the rest of them are Axon. And I thought, well, that's kind of funny. That was the first thing I noticed. Anyway.
What you're saying, and what I'm telling you is that you do not have an option to identify yourself.
I do.
You are lawfully required to identify yourself, so you can provide.
So, and he looks like he's looking in the camera to me.
I just noticed that. I just
Oh, yeah.
noticed that.
He's
call.
looking dead into
Yeah,
the
he
camera,
was.
dead center.
Thing I wanted to point out, look at the angle we're seeing this video, and look where the cop is standing off to our left. If this were his body cam, we would be seeing a very different angle on into the car.
Yeah, the angle's not correct. I totally feel the same way. And this guy's.
Yeah, Dub, you can't. The cameraman, he's got to stand beside the cameraman. That's why he can't.
You hit it right on the
It
button.
is.
But this
Yeah,
guy
it's a production.
This guy is staring into the. He's staring into the camera.
There's a cameraman there, and there's a fake cop there. That this is supposed to be the cop's body cam.
Okay.
Well, it could be a real cop. Like you said, it could be a training exercise.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
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 Let's see what happens.
All right. So yeah, I just now noticed this guy's looking directly in the camera.
Yeah.
You can provide your identification to me, and we can have a conversation about the laws that you've broken, or you can fail to identify it to me, and we can go that route too. I'm perfectly okay with either way you want to go, but the direction that this encounter goes is 100% in your hands.
Sir, Utah Code, United States Code,
Okay.
is a corporate policy
Okay.
in which you have to be contracted and to be required to follow it. Unless
Okay.
you can provide me a contract with my wet ink signature on it saying that I'm required to follow it,
Okay.
then there's
So do you want to identify yourself to me, or do you want to go a different route?
So when it comes up to the point of where they pull him out of the car, I'm going to slow it down, and I'm going to show you. Guys, that's a first.
You are not allowed to stop me.
Let me see that.
On your list.
I didn't see what you just tried to show me. Can you show that to me again? What's this?
This is the passport. It says do not stay up, do not detain.
See, I think his body cam is going all over the place.
Yeah.
Dub pointed. This body cam is moving too much.
Mhm.
And it's not focused in one area. It's like up and down and moving. You know, it's all over.
And look at the angle on the car that we now have. This is still supposed to be the cop's body cam. And he's still standing in the original position.
And if you go on to the first page,
Okay.
it says the United States hereby requests all who may concern
Okay.
to commit citizens.
Here's what I'm telling you.
The United States needs to
Here's what I'm telling you.
out delay or hinder.
I think they went this way because of the glare. They don't want to see the cameraman here. I think the cameraman's in the back, and so they don't want to see him in the window.
Good point.
Okay. Will you hand that to me so I can read it?
See, now they go up.
You want me to look at it through this tiny crack in your window?
See, now they go up. So now they go up, and then they go down. So
Mhm.
then they move to the side. So they're trying to hide.
Kind of like they pan away
Yeah.
for the money shot. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
every-
because
every-
look where
every-
his.
Yep.
I say,
Go
look at the extension of his arm and the angle of the forearm. You can just keep following it, and then look at the center of the camera. That means that it's underneath, or if not right there at arm level, or I guess wrist level, really. and that's basically at his waist. When have you seen a camera that low near the
That
belly
would be
button?
a little bit above his waist, and now they're
It's on his belly button, on a male belly button. That doesn't make
right,
sense.
pretty much, and they're looking at this house and this car going at the gas station, where it should be directly on the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to hand it to me?
If I hand this to you, you accept trusteeship and surety, and you're obligated.
Sure,
Oh,
I'll
man,
accept.
that's
I'll accept trustingship if you just hand me the document so I can identify who you are because you're required by state law.
I am not.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chase Allen.
That is not me. That is a piece of plastic paper.
So you have a fraudulent passport?
No.
Wonderful.
Okay, so they're getting ready to start shooting him. Start fake shooting him.
Okay.
But, let me move it up here. They're gonna point out, oh, he has his phone. They switch his phone, and then look at that. It's so dumb. It's totally dumb. Anyway, just to me it is. But I do want to slow it down. Just so you guys can kind of see. I don't want to slow it down too slow, but when they pull him out of the car, I mean, there was 5 cops shooting. They were emptying their mags, and they were shooting him. And when they pulled him out of the car, there was not a hole, a little bit of blood, nowhere.
Hey, real quick too, I like to watch a lot of gun channels, people that actually shoot. If you watch someone shoot a car, I mean, they unloaded at least 30 or 40 rounds into that car.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, just pull up a gun channel where they shoot a car. I mean, and compare the two. I mean,
right.
Yeah,
they're gonna shatter the windows. They're gonna.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have holes all in it.
Yeah.
Right. Now, step out of the car. We're gonna break the window.
Gun. I'm just kidding. Phone changes hands. Maybe I did that too.
And when they stop it and show you these little circles to show you what you're supposed to see, and they tell you what you see, but that's not what you see because it's so blurred.
Sleight of hand. Yeah, they want you to look at one area.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. March 1st, 2023. Imagine that.
I guarantee you that didn't happen March 1st.
Guarantee it didn't. This is already pre-filmed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just going to speed it up. Wait. Okay.
Blanks.
Wait, go back. Really quick. Okay, let it play really quick. Again, slow. Let's remember where the guy there's an arm right there, or a hand, right?
Right.
There's a cop with his hand on the rubber part of the door.
Right.
The weather strip. Okay, so look at the direction he goes, and then look at his buddy all the way across the screen to the right, basically shooting at the guy that's in front of the car opening the door. Watch, check it out.
It's going.
Yeah, no, I thought you were doing it, but I guess this is just how the Okay, see?
Yeah, he went behind.
Okay, he went behind. Okay.
Yeah, no, he went behind, but it's.
Keep going. Okay, right there. Go back. Right, like half a second, 2 seconds. You're gonna see feet in front of that front wheel, right to the front left of it. Watch. Keep going. Almost. You can use a directional pad if you press left. Keep going.
Really? No.
On mine it does. Okay. Right there. You see that cop right there? If you go a little bit more, you'll see you can. For the naysayers, you'll see 2 feet. Yeah, you'll see feet, not 2 feet, but you'll see feet, and right there. Okay, so there's a cop.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a cop right there. Now
Right.
let it play. Just so everyone has that in their mind. Now go ahead and let it play. Bat, 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 bat. They're all shooting towards that direction.
Yeah, they could ricochet or hit that cop or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they wouldn't do that.
I don't see any holes. No holes in the
They do make holes, but
If
Okay.
you don't step out of the car, we're gonna break the
afterward.
window and pull
now
you
this
out.
okay. Now this is cop number 2, body cam 2,
Mhm.
Axon. Okay, so now they're going to show you, and then they just go through the whole thing.
Step
Usually they would have their backup with guns drawn behind the guys who are
out of the car.
negotiating.
And I don't see any recoil when any of them fire.
Really?
Yeah, let's look at that too, because he said that earlier to me too.
Step out of the car. Gun, 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 gun.
See, they're all over each other right here.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah.
That
That doesn't make sense. No.
you got some in front, you got some in back, you got some on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You're all over each other, and that's what I've always noticed. Yeah.
No.
Come on, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
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 Doesn't pass the smell test. Give me a break.
Okay, right here. They pull them out of the car after they all just emptied all their mags out and everything on the. Do you guys see? Does anybody see a drop of blood?
He should be leak. He should be leaking all over the place.
Well, he should have quite a few holes in him. I don't see a drop of blood, and now they're going to show the car. Watch. Not a drop of blood from this guy. Where did he die?
Zoom in on that holster. Everybody, you see it? That's
Yeah.
a holster. Okay, got it.
Oh, yeah, and does that really look like a real holster to you guys?
Well, they need to
I know
engrave.
it's different.
They need to engrave that image into the the
Right,
mind of
I
society.
understand that, but I mean, anybody that owns a gun, my holster does not look like that.
It looks like gardening pliers holster.
Or
Looks like a cheap Uncle Mike's holster.
And police are supposed to fire when there's fear of injury or death to themselves or anyone. And to me, hollering gun, gun, gun does not raise
you
that
had-
level.
You already had 5 cops there. Why didn't you guys all tap? You know what I mean?
Honestly, if this was okay, because we know it's fake, but if this is real and I was part of one of the people that bought it, let's just say that, I would be very upset, and I'd say these are the guys who are out there supposedly protecting us. They look like a bunch of dummies. They could have easily shot someone else or some kind of innocent bystander. Where's the outrage?
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Right. Okay, so we see no blood. Okay, now we're at the car. Do you see any blood in the car? There's a dark spot here and a dark spot right here, but I don't see any splattered blood on the windshield anywhere.
Yeah, the windshield still looks pretty
I
good.
mean, think about how many bullets from 5. So you think how many do they have in their mag? Maybe
At least 30. Well, there's 15 at least.
At least
Usually more.
At
You
least
got
9 rounds in
You're
each.
forgetting one thing. It's a BMW, so they're good cars.
No, a police gun has 15 rounds per magazine at
So-
least.
So
That's a regular
couple of
Glock.
a couple of them went through, their
whole
bags.
mag.
One mag. So that's that. So 15 each. That's 30, and then you got 3 more cops. So then you got say 10 apiece. I mean, that's a lot of bullets. That's a lot of bullets, and with no blood, 0. That's that. Right away, I was like, "There's no blood here." They pulled him out. As soon as they pulled him out, I was like, I'm going to look at this. I stopped it. I went back and I stopped it again. I said, there's nothing on this guy. Nothing. 0.
Yeah, Tracy K and
And-
C in here. Just want to say hey.
Hey Tracy, Ann, how y'all doing?
Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Ann. Hi, Tracy.
Live on a Saturday. Sweet. Oh yeah.
I didn't know how many people I'd pull in, but I was like, I want my buddies on a date early. All clips played at
Sir, step out of the vehicle.
No.
So
right
this
now.
is camera
I'm
A.
not required to.
What does camera A mean? I mean, see, this is not protocol. What I'm saying is if it was a true killing, they're going to hide it. They're not going to exploit it. It's going to be so much under investigation. They're not going to be like, "Oh, we just had a shooting and we killed this guy. We shot him like with 50 rounds of bullets and we just killed him because
Vehicle right now.
Then we're going
Step
to
out of the
have
car right now.
Don't step out of the car. We're gonna break the window and pull you out.
So this is camera A, everybody.
Gun, 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 gun.
You're getting a lot of lag, Michelle. I'm not sure what's going on. They might have too many tabs open or something.
Yeah, she's cutting off a little bit. I thought I heard that. I just thought it was
Yeah.
on my end.
No, I'm playing it at 75% speed. I was playing it too slow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Maybe just the audio then.
You
So
guys
no.
are like, that sounds awful.
The audio too. You're botting out.
Yeah. Ask the chat. You guys in the chat.
No, that's at normal
Is it cutting out any?
Sir, step out of the car right now.
Don't step out of the car. We're gonna break the window and pull you out.
Yeah, it might just be us.
Yeah, it might just be us.
Let me back that up a little bit.
We're gonna break the window and pull you out.
Yeah, it's glitching out. Brian said that too.
Okay, so there he is. Is it? It'd be the internet too. So
You there, Sergio?
Yeah, I'm here.
I do
I'm
apologize.
here.
Yeah,
for that.
yeah. You cut off there for about 5 seconds.
Started when you started playing this video. They don't want you covering it.
They don't want you covering it. See, I don't hear her now. Can you
Really,
hear us,
that
Michelle?
or
You keep coming in and out.
Yeah, you're going in and out.
It cuts you off mid-sentence. All that good stuff.
It was doing that to me
Can you hear
earlier
me?
tonight. It might have been you. I did that time.
I
Just
can
not
hear
now.
you when you asked. Yeah. Yeah, maybe go out and come in. I don't know.
It's not showing her in the room right here.
No, it's just us two right now. Probably
She'll probably come back in. She probably just has too many tabs opened or something.
Yeah, that might happen when you're trying to upload and host, and you got YouTube open.
But yeah, Ann said something about it's tragic that young people see that video. Think about all the people that are so emotional about the school shootings and all that. I mean, they're all emotions. So they're going to believe anything they see.
Well, I remember when I was fresh out of high school, there was this, we were going to war with Iraq, quote unquote, right? And we were over there. we were really over there, sending people over there. But, it's all, of course, it was. Anyway, so here's my story. Here's what I remember being in high school. This is back when AOL Instant Messenger was still a thing. And we're IMing each other and stuff. And someone says, "Hey, did you see one of the soldiers, got beheaded, and it's on the internet?" And then they started passing the link around. I saw this person get beheaded.
It looked like that.
Remember that? It looked like they used a pocket knife. And I was like, man, they couldn't use something sharper. They really had to just, carve at him. And I was so angry and upset. I told, at this time I was probably dating some girl. I was like, not probably, I was dating some girl. And I told her, I said, I can't wait to get over there, and I'm gonna kill all of those Middle Easterns, and who knows what I said. Honestly, that was probably something really racist. and just being honest. And it worked. They got to me, and my emotions were stirred, and I was ready to sign up and enlist. I never did, but I was ready.
You know what really got me was after 9/11, they were showing videos of the people over there in the Middle East cheering when the towers got bombed. Remember all those
Mm.
videos?
I don't remember that.
Michelle,
No.
are you guys there now?
I don't know.
Y'all remember that after 9/11 when they would show those videos of people
I
cheering?
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
that
that.
was crazy.
The first thing I ran into was 9/11, and I studied that intensely. And I downloaded about 450 gigabytes of the NIST report
Hmm.
that has
Mm.
some really, really good telling stuff in it. Um, the it shows the explosion without the media huge
He got cut out.
all of that. Everything we saw on television
We're cutting out again.
was
Yeah, you guys are
simulated.
glitching out. That's
Okay.
crazy.
It's been happening more lately,
Hmm.
Yeah.
or they'll just completely mute us when we're talking.
Michelle, you commented on my video today, and they blocked your comment. Dub, his comment went through. Yours was gone.
Did you
It's
did
just
you
crazy
check
how they do
did
that.
you check the did you check the newest first?
Yeah,
Hmm.
they removed it. Seriously,
Really?
I took a video. Yeah, I sent you that video. They actually removed your comment. That's crazy.
Well, when she first posted was showing, I did a refresh
And
and
then
it
it wasn't
wasn't
Yeah,
showing.
there.
it's
And
gone. Yeah, it's not on there. Go
I
ahead,
did
Dub. What?
Lewis first, and then it showed on Lewis first, and then later I went back and I didn't find it, even
It's
going to
gone.
Lewis first. It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. I'm
They,
looking at yeah, it's gone.
Okay, they don't like a little bit of the truth
a little bit or a lot of it.
because it was a
Yeah,
really,
really.
really, really good
Yeah, you just cut out again.
comment.
Or maybe that was
Yeah.
me that time. That's so crazy.
No, I was
I
them.
don't know. I don't
Every
know.
time you say it, Chuck, I hear it too. So that's how I know it's them. But I mean, what could you do? It's not. It's not a big deal.
That's fine.
It's got to be the internet, and they might be doing it on purpose.
Yeah,
You know.
we'll keep
Maybe it's
going.
part of the Smith-Mundt Act.
Yeah. Exactly.
I know. I was jumping back in and out, and I saw that Brian just posted something about that. He just put a video out
Yeah, he
about the
shared one.
Smith-Mundt Act, whatever it's called. Oh, he did.
I think I saw. Well, I'll have to look. Let me go look, see what he put. But go ahead, Michelle. Continue. We'll go. Yeah, let's push on, I guess.
Yeah. He says I'm glitching. Anyway, I apologize, guys, if I'm glitching. Uh, we're on a good computer. I think it's being done on purpose.
I think so too.
Yeah. See,
I
she
don't.
glitched out again.
Wow. Anyway,
That's crazy.
I'm sorry. I went out and came back in trying to see if that would help.
There's the link. Brian just put the link in.
Okay. Let me cancel that.
Try playing a video and see if that works.
All right. Let me do this. Let's see. If you don't step out of the car, we're gonna break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car.
Step out of the vehicle right now. Step out of this vehicle right now.
If this was my channel, I wouldn't put this video on. I think
Step out of the car right now.
You what, Sergio?
It wouldn't let me stop it. Hold on a second.
it might be that video then.
It might be the video because it's got a warning on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't play that
Try
video.
try getting out of that video. Maybe it'll start working.
All right. Anyway, they have a warning on this video. Hold on. Let me go screen share again because I'm sure it knocked me out. This one also
Riot
had
brought up a good point. If it was real, you would never see the footage.
never.
Yep.
Never. They're gonna. That was my whole point. See that. I wanted to show you guys. They have NBC, the one that we were watching at the end, where they had. At the end, they had the press conference. That was CBS. They've had Good Morning America. They've had everybody all the mainstream covered it. So
You know who else covered it?
who?
It's the very first when you search, just search car getting shot. It's the very first one that shows up with Law and Crime Network. It says Utah cops shoot man driving a car with a sovereign citizen's license plate. It's the very first one on the search.
Have it all up.
You know how YouTube, think about YouTube's algorithms. You try to search for some flat earth material and search and see how that works out for you. But yet this one's like, they want you to see this.
Exactly.
Wait, hold on. I got one playing here.
All right.
Oh my gosh, where'd it go? Give me a second, guys. Oh, what is playing? Stop sharing.
I don't know.
Hold on. Try it. Wow.
That's crazy.
Stop.
I think the one that you was watching is good.
But I'm trying to find it and it won't let me. Stop. Oh my gosh. I was trying to all the tabs. I couldn't get it. AP of course covered it. All these channels covered it. So that was my point by putting them all out and
That's a good point.
showing.
That's a real good point.
That's why I tabbed them all up because I wanted to show everybody. Sorry, Dub. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I'm trying to close these all out. Let's see. We can talk about this. Give me a minute. All these channels that were covering it. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see here. Anyway, go ahead, Dub.
When they were showing the camera B, C, and D, and E, if it were a real body cam, they would say, "This is body cam of Joe Smith," and the next
Officer
one,
number 3.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah, it wouldn't be officer number 3. It would be
Not camera number 2 and
right. It would be the officer's name, body cam, and then they would show the body cam. So it's just so many things, the little things that really add up and mean a lot.
Yeah, I thought about that too. The same thing is that they would have the names, and why don't they have the names? Why are they lettered? Why are they numbered?
Camera D.
Just doesn't make sense. And they have nothing to hide. If they're already showing you the person's face, you can find out who the officer is, and then he's wearing a body cam. it makes absolutely no sense, like Mr. Dub said, to have them lettered and not have it with the officer's, last name, if anything, the full name of the officer listed, in some kind of caption right there. They have the timestamp. They'd have the officer's name stamped as well.
Hey, what this was
Yeah.
it was a training drill that
Good
went
point.
live. That's what it was. Yeah.
And they put
Yep.
it out as real, just propaganda,
Mm-hmm.
deception,
Well, they
all of
used
it.
a word that was very important. There's a key word there. It's sovereign citizen. That's who it's directed to.
Yeah.
Those are the people in the community and the
Yep.
groups and this and that whose ears are supposed to get tickled, who's supposed to light up and say, "Hey, wait, they're talking about us," and to say, "We need to pay attention." You see, and it's real. It's truth because look at they're covering it and this and that, and we need to act and we need to be defensive and
Well, they want
all
an
that.
uprising. They want an
Yeah. Oh yeah.
uprising.
They
They
want
I
to
mean,
be
want
that's
action.
why certain channels are, a call for an uprising. Or, I'm just using that for an example. Think about it. That's
Sure.
what they want. They want
Good
people to rise up
example.
against the government.
right,
Who can make war with the beast?
Hmm.
and they need that division.
And they want the people that are thinking
He just cut out again.
Yeah, I keep
about
that.
sovereign citizens and etc.
Oh, it cut out again. So he was saying,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
He was saying that they're showing you if you're going to be a sovereign citizen, don't be one because you're going to get shot and killed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what Dub just said.
React
Hmm.
said these productions don't have to look real for the sleepers to think they are real.
Right.
That's all they
Exactly.
need. Hook, line, sinker.
Yep. So don't speak out to the authority because
Authority.
yeah,
Authority.
authority. Don't speak out to the authority. You don't want that happening to you or your children or whatever.
What Brian said about the Moorish people, how they call themselves as sovereign citizens, you have to remember, just like
He's talking about the
anything in every
Amish, like the Amish people that look like the certain group of people out there. How
kind of, but these ones are
they're
colored.
sovereign citizens.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
Right.
Well,
so. I didn't think about that, but either way, what I was saying is that they put that out there so that you can know this. Just like someone else was saying earlier, if it was real, it would not be out there. You would not find it. You wouldn't find it so easy. Same thing with the Moorish people and that whole quote unquote movement of sovereign citizens and they're not under contract. They want you to know this. Now you have to ask yourself why.
hmm
Why?
Exactly. Exactly.
if you have a birth certificate, you're of the corporation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
say
there's
that
no getting
again, Dub,
around it. Go
about
ahead.
the birth certificate.
Mhm.
If you have a birth certificate, that's a deed, that's a contract, and
Contract
you're yes, it's a contract, and you can't be a sovereign citizen because you're contracted to the United
to
States
the
corporation.
corporation. Yep.
And you know what confirms that, Mr. Dub, is your social security number.
Yep.
There it is.
And by golly, don't you dare lose it because if you do lose it, it's going to take you a long time to get it all back.
Well, it all goes back to you have the ruling class and the slave class.
Yeah.
And we're not part of the ruling class.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't want to be part of the ruling class. The Bible says
No.
they have their reward, meaning whatever they
Yep.
got on this
This is
earth,
it.
that's it.
Hmm.
That's the sum of it.
Exactly.
They can keep it.
Yeah, true that.
So let's see if I can play the one from Brian because I pulled that up.
All right.
See if it'll let me.
Yeah. It's go ahead, sorry. I'm about to
No,
play it.
no. It always plays when I go to click on it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt it. Just let it play this time.
All right. Yeah, stop interrupting. Darn it. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Sergio. Love you.
I know does either. We're purely objective, truly, sir, from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, I know.
A political dog in any.
Okay, what about all the compilation videos where they show thousands of newscasts in every city, all reporting and saying the exact same thing?
Nobody tells me what to say, sir.
But there's compilation videos on YouTube and Twitter. They got millions and millions of views where every reporter in every city at every station, they say the exact same thing word for word. How do you explain that?
I don't know what you're referring to, so I can't really.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I know. Okay. All right.
Another good one.
You too.
Thank you so much for your time. It was
Thank
nice to
you.
chat with you.
It was great talking to you.
Have a good one.
Put your mask on. Watch out, the virus is gonna get you. Oh, why do you gotta wear? You didn't have your mask on the whole time, and now you're putting your mask on. Here's the guy. He's been standing here the whole time without his mask. Here's his camera dude with no mask on. But here he is. Now he's still trying to scare everyone. Now he's going to put his mask on while he reports. Keep spreading that fear, buddy. Keep spreading that fear. Why didn't you have your mask on before? Now he's not talking to me. Why didn't you have your mask on the last 10 minutes?
He's going to make him cry.
They're asking us to wear it per guidelines for television.
So you're told what to do. Exactly. You just told me you weren't told what to do. You just told me you could do whatever you want.
I said I was told not. I wasn't told what to say.
Oh, you're just told what to wear.
We're trying to follow and set a good example.
Oh, okay. Set a good example. Is that what it is?
Okay. Sir, I appreciate it. Can you please let me do my job now?
I like filming phonies. What's your name again?
David
Phony?
Kaplan.
Yeah, go somewhere else.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern
Iowa
4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the trouble that's trying to.
What?
It was glitching out.
It's got to be your Wi-Fi.
One-sided news stories
Plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories that are true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control.
That's a classic.
This is extremely
dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our...
Michelle.
Yeah.
This came out in about 2020, this compilation, whoever did this, right?
Right.
And
right.
I don't know who put it together. Whoever did it, it's really awesome. Whether if it was controlled op or not, it's really awesome. It shows so
Warnon
much.
did it back then.
Okay.
Warnon or whatever that did the What on Earth Happened.
Okay. That's who did it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Interesting.
And it was supposed to be a republic, not a democracy.
Well, there's that.
Minor details.
That's a big detail. I mean,
Yeah,
what do they say?
Yeah.
They say a democracy is 3 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. That's what they say a democracy is.
I'm gonna hold on, give me a second. Anybody want to come on? I'm gonna go ahead and invite. Anybody wants to jump on?
Hey, Brian, come on.
Jump on.
But yeah, so basically,
Tracy K. come on down, Tracy K. You said you wanted to come on before. I remember that. Sorry, Michelle.
No, you're fine. I did want to show back in the day. It was one of my first breakdowns on my channel. I don't know. I don't even know if Chuck remembers this. It was a little bit far back, but not too far back. And I thought I would show that. As far as, let's see, I think it's this one.
So I'm gonna.
So yeah, all right. So this was I think it was from the Law and Crime also, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit about what they show, the propaganda. Anyway, it's not very long.
I'm gonna break this down for you, just to let you all know. I found this video, and this is like all different body cams on this last video that I uploaded. And if anybody thinks this is real, you might want to look at this again. But I'm going to show you, and I'm going to break it down for you. So I'm going to show you. This guy has 9mm, and he starts shooting first. I guess, you know, the guy with the rubber bullets is in between the two cars. But I just want to show you this. At this point, there is no blood. He just emptied his whole millimeter. So just and these cops are all on top of each other. So they're on top of each other through this whole shooting. I've shot it many times.
Michelle, you're glitching
and
out.
It's pretty
again.
powerful.
Pretty.
I'm glitching out pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think it's when you start sharing too. It's when it really starts the screen sharing. So maybe give the Wi-Fi a break. I don't know.
No, I think it's the internet.
But we may be hooked up to not a good server.
But we're live, so I don't know what that's going to do to it.
It wouldn't affect the live.
Okay, you guys stay on. We're going to try to fix something. We're going to go out.
Yeah, hang on just a minute.
Take it over.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as long as we're still here, it'll stay on.
Yeah, we'll see if it does better. But I remember that video that she just showed, and there's a lot of them like that, and I think it's just training exercises. They get on film, and then somebody somewhere says, oh, this is a good one, and they put it in the news cycle as real. You know what I mean? That's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, and proof of that is that whole Tennessee gun show where they said it was part of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that was classic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That was actually the Kentucky. It was in Kentucky, gun show.
Okay.
It was like the grand finale where they started firing off all the big guns they had.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we'll have to pull that up. I need to find that. That's a good one. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be resurfaced.
Oh, Brian's on here. Got that. Got the Baphomet on there.
Yay!
What tranny is that again?
That's Dick Levine.
Yep.
Levine.
What's up, Michelle? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm muted. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a bummer that I'm glitching out.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We have problems with the internet every now and then, but
Could it have something to do with it being Saturday night and being more busy or something?
maybe. I don't know.
Nah,
More
that could not
traffic.
be it.
I mean, we have our own personal internet. It's not like we're sharing it or anything. It's, it shouldn't be doing this.
Can you imagine how many live streams are being broadcast right now? I don't think that's it.
Yeah, I don't think that's it either.
Okay.
That's a good lie. Not a bad lie.
I want it to be a good lie. But you guys can't even watch any videos because it's glitching out.
So Michelle,
Yeah, I was telling them. I remember that video you did. That was a good one.
I was going to just ask really quick. Since you are live tonight, so everyone knows, are you going live tomorrow as well? Or
well, you said you were going live with Lumpy.
yeah, I'm going to have a Flat Earth live. I think it starts at 3 Mountain Time.
Oh, that's way before your show, Michelle.
Is it? What time is that? That would be like 2 o'clock my time?
That's 2 o'clock your time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be. It depends on how long you're going to run.
So you can go for more than 2 hours at most.
Yeah, I mean, we
At
can
least an
try
hour.
again. I just don't want to repeat myself, because, it kind of takes the newness out of it.
It does. It takes energy.
Dub, why don't you and Michelle just jump on Sergio's stream when he gets done with Lumpy and go on his channel?
We can.
That'd be cool.
Do that.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
So how you doing, Brian? We don't want to ignore you.
Yeah, I know, right?
You doing okay today and this weekend? And how's the fam? And
You like my avatar?
I love it.
I remember last time Brian was on he's still muted. He was on my channel. You could hear his children in the background. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, we just got over being sick, actually. It was like a wild sickness. No one was really throwing up or anything. It was just like headaches and body aches. It was weird. Yep.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's not good.
Yeah, it was weird. It was just like I'd never had a headache so bad, and I'd never had body aches so bad, and not been sick at the same time. That was what was weird. I could eat. I could do everything. I just was in pain. Same with my wife and the kids.
Almost like a head allergy, huh?
Yeah, something. That's how it started. Started up in the headache up top, real hardcore, and then it just went out to all your joints. You know what I mean? Like your knees, your ankles, shoulders, hips, all of them.
It sounds like a flu bug.
Yep, there's something. Crazy weather is what it is too. When we had like 70 degrees and then 30 degrees.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, something to be aware of anyway. Well, you feeling better now?
Yeah, yep. I was laid up for a day or two. I just had to curl up into the fetal position, basically, is all you could do. Like the headache and the body aching was so bad, that was all you could do.
Right. Right.
How many days was it like that?
It lasted about 36 hours of the intense, like that feeling. And then
ouch.
It lasted for about 3 to 4 days in total, just to overall that even after the headache went away, like when you would look off in a certain direction, you're like, oh, your head's, you know what I mean, looking too far left or right or up or down. And then just doing your normal everyday activities. Once I started doing that again after a day or so off, I was like, yeah, I'm still sore. But I'm all good now. I'm living.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, we got RV and we have the Jew and The transvestite.
That's a group right there, isn't it?
I know.
It just saved this thing from last time when I was on here.
Yeah.
And it just stayed there.
We're
I
doing
wanted
good.
to say something about that video. I was watching that video on another thing so it wouldn't glitch or whatever. It is funny that it goes from farm whatever, like the body cam. One of them does say Axon later on. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but it's like halfway through that clip. Then it was another one that I had seen recently because YouTube's been promoting these in the algorithm. A guy got pulled over in Texas, and the cops knew he had a rifle and a pistol in his car, in his truck. So they leave him back by the gas tank, you know what I mean? Like where you put the gas in, basically, back by his passenger tire back there or whatever. So he's standing by the tire. The one cop turns his back on him, goes to the car. The other cop's just watching him. And then he's like, don't do it. And then the guy goes and runs for his gun, of course. And it was just so stupid because they could have easily shut the guy's door, could have took his guns away, could have handcuffed him for being drunk and having the guns there, and whatever. They could have done so many different things, but it was all played out and allowed to take place like that.
I think I might have seen that one.
Yeah, you can look it up right now. The cop just comes running right back from the car that turned his back and then shoots the guy point blank and says, he had a gun. And then that was the end of it. You know.
Hey, Michelle, I shared a link. It's 1 minute long. A 1 minute long link. It's a good one. It's pretty hilarious. Y'all probably seen it, but anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
So let me go get it first.
You guys still there? It's like went quiet all of a sudden. Okay.
Yeah, I was just reading the comments.
Sorry.
Tracy said that her brother-in-law works for a local news group, and in the tech part, and he puts together clips. He said that they even get a feed on what to say, like a script, basically.
Wow.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. This guy's about what's on there.
Yeah, but what I was saying earlier was like stuff like this, you know, in 2020, I was just like, oh man, confirmed hoax. Like, are you kidding me?
Right?
Wow.
Here we go.
Hey, free fries when you get vaccinated? I got vaccinated. You're saying I could get this? These delicious fries? Wait a minute. But there's also a burger element to this?
You fell for that? Let me tell you about some of those incentives they were talking about. Krispy Kreme is giving away a free glazed donut to customers who show their vaccination card starting next weekend.
I'd sell my soul for a donut. That can be arranged.
Budweiser is offering free beer until May 16th, and Target is giving away a $5 coupon.
If this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Vaccination. I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination right this moment.
I believe you fell for that.
That's pretty embarrassing. It's unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah.
To me, that is. How. See, it's one thing to follow, but like something like that should be like, how come they're offering us to be entered in a $1 million lottery, or
Not only that,
to get a cheeseburger and fries, or a Dunkin' Donuts, or a free beer, or a whatever?
why did it end? Why did they stop it?
Why did it end? Well,
Yeah, why did all these awards stop?
it hasn't ended, but the agenda, they got what they wanted out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We knew before it happened that they were going to have a massive campaign for pushing, the vax, like on a massive scale. A lot of channels talked about it, and it was the biggest propaganda campaign I've ever seen.
It's like a player, they keep playing until they get what they want, and then once they get it, they just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
All those promises are just gone.
And is asking, did anybody file taxes this year?
Yeah, we've already gotten ours back.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Nope.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
I'm all nope. That's all I got to say about that. How about the last 5? I'm just kidding.
And said that they offered ice cream cones in Asheville.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that video, as Sergio was saying, was from 2020. I remember that was during the lockdown, specifically around when that guy was being questioned, out at the mall or wherever he was standing. But yeah, I just remember that stuff going on a bunch, though. It was like tons and tons of footage where like Robbie Parker's smiling and comes and gets all serious, where guys ain't wearing a mask and then are wearing a mask once it comes to like screen time, It's all just a sham.
This right here makes me think of, those pictures in the history books you saw of back in the, when they had the Black Plague, when, back in, what was it, the 1920s, or when everybody was wearing masks back then. I mean, what if it was like, just propaganda like it is now? There was never actually a plague back then either, You got to question everything now. Yeah.
Well, there's that one song, "We Are Spirits in the Material World." It tells you to have no faith in the Constitution. There never was no bloody revolution. We weren't around back then. Neither was our grandparents even, or our great-grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chuck, Ange wants to know if you got your taxes back already?
Yeah. She was talking about the vaccine.
No, I didn't get that. I got my taxes back.
Oh no, she's talking about.
She found. Yeah, I hate. We had somebody steal our identity last year, and it took us 11 months to get our taxes back. And somebody tried to file unemployment at my current job that I work, and we had to put a freeze on everything. And so now everything's just a big headache whenever we try to do anything now.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful.
Mm-hmm. But going back talking about the plague, whatever, it could have been just BS. You know what I mean? It's like what was I going to say? Yeah, they like, it only takes, how long does it take, they say, to brainwash a generation? Like 20 years, or was it 50 years or something? Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't think, now that we know what we know, I really don't think that they were telling the truth about pretty much everything. I think this is from day one.
I agree. The more I would learn, I went back and of course our simulation, and I thought back to the Texas Tower shooting, and I never did look at it at the time, but I went back and started looking at it, and it was officially the first shooting hoax.
Wow.
I think pretty much all of them since then.
Mm.
Yeah. So that goes back a pretty good ways. And then going back even further than that in history, uh, everything I do stop and go back and examine. It wasn't the way we were told it was.
Well, think about it this way: back in the day, way back in the day, uh, they didn't have the communications like they do now.
Exactly.
So they exploited that. 24/7.
Well, you see, the way things are now is we have the internet,
Right.
and we
Yeah.
have text message and picture message and FaceTime and all that stuff, even emails before this got big, right? And it's just crazy because even now with all this stuff, they're still buying it. They're still believing it. It's like we can find out for ourselves if
It's
it's
even
real or
worse now,
not.
Sergio. It's even worse, a lot worse now.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy how it can be worse when there's just so many more resources now, Because for me, as far
Yeah,
back
but
as I
there's so
can
much,
remember,
but there's a lot more deception too, though.
yeah, like I remember that train that from last week, the Chatsworth train collision. That's about as far back as I can remember. Now I was maybe 18 or 19. And
Well, look how many more avenues
yeah,
that they have now. Uh, all the YouTube channels, most of which I don't put much faith in, and all the other YouTube uh, snap-offs are just more and more and more channels to channel disinformation to the
yeah,
public. And
you're right.
but I don't know, the thing that I notice, and I think Michelle as well, is when I look at these things, I just keep saying to myself, how do they not see it?
Oh,
Because some of it is just so easy to spot
yeah,
that
like
you just got to wonder, how do people not see what's happening, what they're doing here?
the James Webb Telescope pictures. You're like, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
yes, yeah.
That's a big one.
Nice drawings.
But see, you've learned all this all your life, you don't question it because you went to school. You learned that there was space and the world was round, and you learn all this so that you don't question it when it comes up again, because you're like, oh, okay, we landed on the moon and now we got 5,000 rovers and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, kind of like what Dub said is they have more avenues. So for the truther, it's easier for us to spot it. For those, for the blind, it's even worse now for them.
Yeah, they're more asleep. They're more asleep because they're so distracted. Everybody's so distracted on their phones are your phone is the worst enemy. I every day I watch people are driving down the road texting, and you're fighting traffic and you're going, why is this car going so slow? And they don't care.
No.
They've got to do their text messaging, and they're being on the phone, and you're like, oh, try to go around this person, and of course they're on the phone.
Well, Chuck shared some scripture a little while back. It said something along the lines of teach the way you want the child to go, and when he grows old, he will not depart from it. So,
right.
He said that they knew this, and that's why they teach the way they teach, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're just getting smarter and smarter at it,
Yes.
They know this is their goal, and they're reaching it.
Well, that's why they got them so dependent on these devices, these handhelds, so that way that they would be trusting and comfortable and used to and familiar with, all this digital proof. Where it's the same thing. What do you mean? I got to see it. It needs to be tangible for me to believe it, and we have the proof right here in front of our hands. So of course it's real. Give me a break,
Yeah, because deep fakes are real too.
You know how you mentioned the James Webb Telescope? Think about how big of a lie. They're saying that this thing goes so far that it's actually showing us the past of when the Big Bang happened. And I mean, how does that make any sense?
Yeah,
Think
it
about it.
doesn't.
It sees so far, but people are believing it. I'm just like,
Yes.
wow.
I tell
And
that to. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I say the same thing. It's like driving down the street to the hospital you were born in, thinking that you're gonna see eyewitness, the labor again. It's not gonna happen.
That's what they're telling us, though. They're saying that it's so far. I guess the way a light year works is the light goes and then it takes it a year to get here. So this thing is going so far back. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just total garbage. That I mean,
I don't see that. No,
unbelievable.
I'm just kidding.
A little
Well,
bit of
nobody sees
critical
it, but
thinking helps a lot.
just a little bit.
You know what I'd like to share, if it's okay with Michelle.
Absolutely.
So, hold on, you're gonna hear some stuff. I have a man cave that's covered with a tarp right now, and I was just getting my laptop because I saw a new. Well, to me, it's new. I saw a new name in there. I wanted to see it. But anyway, what I wanted to share is last time I was talking on here. I don't know if it was with Chris. Go over there. Cat's trying to escape. I don't know if it was Chris or if it was. I'm gonna hear an echo. My daughter's watching this on TV. Anyway, Chris was here last time, and I'm not sure when, but I brought up how I was in family court and how it went from family court to flat Earth, and I found the document. Chuck was like, "Oh, do a video on it." Well, I couldn't do a video because I was in the middle of classes, and I just didn't know where the document was at either, and I just lost interest. Not really interest, but the drive to find it. The interest was still there. So here it is. So this is back in. Let me see. I could probably show you guys too, but
Well,
this
yeah,
is back in.
you can share if you want.
Let's see if I can do that.
You go to share, go to the bottom of the screen, and you do present, and then I will click on it, and you can share your screen.
Oh, I'm on my phone. I'm on my laptop though.
Oh, okay.
But I could read it.
Okay.
Or I could take a picture and send it. I don't know.
Whatever you want to do.
Well, okay. Let me just read it. Doesn't really matter. The court said. So this was back in. It says the date. The date is November 2nd, 2020. Okay. And it says. This is family court in Lancaster, California. What does it say? Okay.
Hold on. AP says he's. I know him. AP says this does not sound like RV Truth.
I was waiting for that.
Give me a break. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It's not.
Shit. No, it's not.
It's not.
All right. So there's the court, there's myself, and then there is the other party. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to say that's enough information. So it says, ladies and gentlemen, the audience, you're here for this, whatever. Okay, so we're here. Clerk says, raise your right hand. Okay. We skip forward. There's even an attorney present. I'm not going to say her name. All right, court. Go ahead, Miss Attorney. Okay, I'm getting to the juicy part. Okay, here it is. So here's the other party. It says that I'm forcing my beliefs on our child of the world being flat. And we're in the wall of ice under a dome. And the daughter comes home very confused. The court said, sir, was there domestic violence? I said, no, that never happened. Just making it up. Well, why is the daughter start talking about this stuff? I'm not sure. I can't speak for her. what about this world being flat? I said, well, I present to her with evidence for her. Because the clerk, they type down word for word. It says, for her to decide on her own. So I present evidence for her to decide on her own. The court says that the world is flat, question mark. I said, I'm sorry, because I didn't know what to say, so I was playing dumb. The court said that the world is flat, question mark again. I said, well, I give her, and he cuts me off. He says, I think that's pretty much a settled position, that it's not flat. Mr. Mendoza, that's me, it's my last name. He said, I say, well, it's just based off, I say, it's just like evolution, and that's also something that's up for debate. It's not really something that's negative. It doesn't really involve morality. It's just more based off knowledge. This is in the court document, okay? I'm reading the transcript. The court says, what knowledge is out there that the world is not flat? And then there's discussion, it's in quotes, discussion off the record between attorney and Mr. Better Than Gold, Mendoza. It says, the court, hold on, attorney. Your client can answer. What knowledge, the court continues, what knowledge are you exactly basing that on? That the world is not flat? I reply, I base it off of the globe's information. Like, you can look it up yourself on how to calculate the curvature. The court, okay. I say, it debunks itself. It doesn't make sense. So I'm just telling her, my daughter, to basically, and then I say, I rephrase myself. The reason why I brought that up to her is so that she can be a creative thinker, to think for herself, to ask questions. That's basically it. And it's not that it's just flat. It's just that her mom's just focusing on one point. I said, it's science in general, because the Bible doesn't teach that the world is a globe. I believe what the Bible 100% is the word of God. The court says, okay. I reply with, so that's what I teach her. The court says, okay, I get that. I'm not questioning your belief or your faith. I say, sure. The court says, at the same time, it's pretty much a settled scientific fact that the globe, that the earth is round. I say, well, yeah, but that's your opinion. I don't agree. I believe that the Bible teaches that the world is encompassed, meaning it's covered and it's surrounded. It's all biblical. I wouldn't teach her anything that's not Bible. The court says, okay. I say, I even tell her, check for yourself. I said, don't believe what dad says. Research it yourself. The court says, okay. Let's see. Where's that? The court says, okay. I say, I don't force anything upon her. The court says, what about this? We're covered in ice. What is that? I say, I never said that. I don't believe that. The other person, basically my mom, the daughter's mom, she says, I have text messages to prove it. Court says, okay. The court says, I think I'm concerned about your client having a visitation with a child if he's teaching her things that science doesn't. I mean, look, this is the court talking. I don't want to get into the issue of evolution. I'm not here to question your faith, sir. So if you want to dispute whether or not evolution is real, that's fine. And whether or not, if you want to believe in creationism, because that's what the Bible says, and I understand all that, period. But there are certain scientific facts that we know to be true. I say, The court, why? Because we have photos to prove that the earth is not flat. We know these things. I say, well, the court cuts me off and says, in fact, the church persecuted people who believed otherwise until such a time as they come to realize that even their own persecution of people like Galileo for arguing that the earth was not flat and that the earth was not round, the sun was not, the earth was not the center of the universe, even the church has come to recognize that those persecutions were error. The attorney speaks. I don't know if I can speak for the attorney, so I'm not going to say that. The court says, let's see what else. Let's see. Then it goes back to some other stuff. So he's talking to the attorney. Attorney says, "Wait. Okay. So here we go. So now the mom is going to read the text messages. My main concern is teaching her these things because it sounds out of mind to me." The mom says. The mom continues to say, "I do have text message explaining here what he actually does believe in. That we are in the earth," starts reading it, that we are in a earth that's a motionless plane covered by a glass dome. The ground is surrounded by water. The water is surrounded by an ice ring wall, hundreds of feet high, and the four corners right outside the dome, with the stars moving, sun and moon near and even in the firmament. The glass dome save the sun and moon. He also teaches her that satellites aren't real, and he's called her school and debated with the teachers and principals themselves. I reply with, yeah, and they encouraged it. They were actually happy that day. I said, you can speak to both of them. The court says, the elementary school is happy to get in a debate with you about whether or not we live in a glass dome. I said, well, the thing is, sir, it's that mom's twisting my words. You can't take everything that she's saying 100% because I never got into a debate with anyone. I'd love to, but I didn't. I actually called them and voiced my opinion, and their teacher couldn't answer my questions. So she reached out to the principal. The principal called me back Carol called me back very happy and kindly spoke to me and said that she was actually proud that I was encouraging my daughter to be a creative thinker. The court says, okay. I said, I don't understand why a flat earth has anything to do with me being a good or a bad parent. I teach morality. The court says, check this out. Now we get into COVIDs. The court says, and we're almost done here. This is the last page. The court says, by stuff that's on the internet. Oh, no, he says, okay, here you go. Sorry. He says, well, okay, all right. Well, I don't necessarily agree with Father's position on just about, well, basically everything. I'm not necessarily convinced that this is necessarily harmful to the child's health, safety, or welfare in an overall sense. Yes, I agree that it's maybe not necessarily best for education at this point, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to affect the child's overall health, safety, and welfare today. And ma'am, talking to the mom, I will let you, okay, this is court stuff, okay. But again, sir, speaking to me now, I don't want to question your faith, but I'm not questioning your right to believe what you want. But you have to understand that there's a difference between informing he says my daughter's name, and that there are often views out there, or there were other views, and the reality of the views. I mean, keep in mind, right? We're living in an age of a pandemic right now. And there's people who have views that only certain people get this, and it's not spread by germs, and it's not spread by that. It's disinformation. I said, I understand. The court says, by stuff that's on the internet, which is causing the pandemic to rage out of control, refusal to accept known science, things that we know help prevent the spread of the pandemic are being ignored because internet articles and people on the internet who have no idea what they're talking about are saying, don't do this, when everybody else is saying, this is how we stop it. But it's not, and this is ... because people are like, oh, well, I don't have to, or it's a hoax, or, we're waiting for a vaccine that might never come. Right. So you can see how these kind of things can cause more problems and harm. So be very careful what you're discussing. I'm not saying you can't have a general discussion about it, but again, you need to be careful. So, and then it ends with court jargon. And I think that's it. So that's the testimony of what happened to me, word for word, verbatim, court transcript in a family court, quote unquote, of law. It went way left, talking about this and that. You guys heard it.
What was the ruling of the court?
Nothing changed. Yeah, we spent all this money on an attorney. Nothing happened, Mr. Doug.
Wow. That's your courts for you.
Yep. Oh,
That's
yeah.
our justice system. They're here for us.
I'm going to get some water. That was a lot of reading. Did you hear me the whole
Thank you
time?
for sharing that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, no problem.
What? Didn't break up at all.
No blinches.
Awesome.
That was good. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll do hopefully I could do a visual next time.
Yeah. Chuck dropped out. His phone died, so he's in the chat.
Yeah, I'm on 10%.
You want to what?
I'm on 10% on my
Oh,
phone.
you're at 10%.
Uh,
Well, then maybe we should call it a night. That way, we can end it, and Chuck's got to work in the morning. So, anyway, the whole thing about tonight was to let's remember about the Modernization Act, 2012, and let's just keep the faith in our wonderful Lord, and we gotta really be on our try to catch what we can catch and put out the truth that we can, and we're all seeking the truth, and that's what we're here for, and I'm glad everybody's here with us. I'm glad you guys could join us tonight. It was an off day, but it was a good day. Yeah. But anyway, we'll go ahead and call it a night. I'm sorry it was so short for you, Brian. I should have invited you a lot earlier.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah. But
that was crazy, right, Brian?
What, your court thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
It just sucks that got drug into court like that too, though. You know what I mean? So that just sucks.
Yeah.
That, your own.
For sure. I know.
And just think about how what our world is coming to, for them to sit there and worry about somebody that thinks differently, or thinks independently, and they have to bring that up in court like that. That's, to me, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Oh well, just because you're not this religion or you're that, and you're whatever. That's horrible. That's horrible, because you're definitely a good person. You're definitely a good father. You love your children, and they're gonna bring up flat Earth. Come on now.
Yeah, because that's all they had on me.
Yeah, and look at your avatar. What's it still say?
It's flat, baby.
That's right. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you, Chuck. Hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. Sorry that you do have to work, but I'll keep you in my prayers, and hopefully you have a very safe week. Same to everybody here. Thank you, little one. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Lumpy. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, React. Let's scroll up. Let's see. Ange Walker, love you, girl, as always. AP, thank you for being here. Let's see.
Yeah, and speaking of flat Earth, while you're checking, Michelle,
Mhm.
if anyone's interested, I'll definitely be having a flat Earth, not a debate, but just an episode tomorrow on my channel. So you can just follow my channel, and pretty sure Michelle and whoever else you guys are definitely welcome. But Lumpy Gas and Vacuum, he's going to be presenting. If anyone's into flat Earth, please stop by. And
well, why don't you drop your link to your channel? Can you do that, or is that too hard for you?
I can do it really quick. As long as I don't play a video, but sometimes when I go to my channel.
Drop your link to your. I'm sure it's going to be a great live. So I will not be. I'm not sure, but maybe it just depends. Maybe we will be going live later on tomorrow night. But we'll just have to wait and see. Ange Walker, Mary Smith, and C. Little one. All of you guys. Yeah, drop your link in there, of course.
There you go.
Brian and my best friend Dub here, Chuck Middleton. I'm sorry, I do apologize, but I do love you guys and really appreciate everybody being here. Y'all have a blessed week, and we will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe not, but you never know. Go to Sergio's channel tomorrow and catch a flat Earth live. That'll be great. I'm sure it will. Well, until
Thank you,
next
Michelle.
time, we'll see you guys. Thank you guys.
All right.
You want to say anything, Dub?
Always happy to see everyone here. Appreciate you coming, spending the evening with us, and we'll be back.
And Brian?
Oh, I was just saying in chat there, I love you all. See you tomorrow, maybe on whatever, whether it's here or at Sergio's channel.
And I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks being sick. I don't like being sick at all.
I know it's awful. I got sick for the first time. What was it, a couple months ago? And I'll tell you, I didn't like it at all. I don't like missing work and.
You guys were out for like 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, because I got better and then he got worse. So, yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And I know I understand that completely. So, but anyway, you guys have a blessed night, blessed week. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys, and we will see you the next time. Bye.